Join me as I dive into the latest updates and try to make sense of how Ukraine is pushing back against Russia. The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia has taken a dramatic turn in recent weeks, sparking renewed interest and concern from around the world. With tensions escalating and ceasefire agreements repeatedly being broken, it's clear that this is a story that's far from over. Ukraine has faced numerous challenges in its fight against Russian aggression, from military might to international pressure. One of the biggest hurdles has been Russia's dominance on the battlefield, with a heavily armed and well-trained military that has allowed it to make significant gains in the region. Ukraine, on the other hand, has had to rely on a more grassroots approach, with a mix of regular army units and volunteer battalions fighting against the Russian-backed separatists. This has made it difficult for Ukraine to gain the upper hand, and the conflict has often seemed like a David versus Goliath battle. Furthermore, the international community's response has been lukewarm at best, with many Western nations hesitant to get involved in what's seen as a regional conflict. This has left Ukraine feeling isolated and vulnerable, with limited options for support or intervention. In addition to these external challenges, Ukraine has also had to deal with internal issues such as corruption and political infighting, which have hindered its ability to mount an effective response to Russian aggression. And finally, the humanitarian cost of the conflict has been devastating, with thousands of civilians caught in the crossfire and millions displaced. Despite these challenges, Ukraine has continued to push back against Russia, using a combination of military strategy and international diplomacy to try and turn the tide of the conflict. Ukrainian forces have had some significant successes in recent months, with key battles won and territory reclaimed from Russian-backed separatists. The recent liberation of a strategic town in the Donetsk region, for example, was a major morale boost for Ukrainian forces and a significant blow to Russian plans. Ukraine has also received vital support from its allies, including military aid and diplomatic backing, which has helped to level the playing field and give Ukrainian forces a much-needed shot in the arm. In addition, Ukraine has been working to upgrade its military capabilities, investing in new equipment and training programs to improve its readiness and response to Russian aggression. One of the most significant recent developments has been the pivotal Battle of Kherson, a strategic city in southern Ukraine that was captured by Russian forces earlier in the conflict. Ukrainian forces launched a major offensive to retake the city, using a combination of artillery, armor, and infantry to push Russian forces back. The battle was fierce, with both sides suffering heavy losses. But in the end, Ukrainian forces emerged victorious, reclaiming the city and dealing a major blow to Russian plans. The Battle of Kherson was a turning point in the conflict, demonstrating Ukraine's determination and effectiveness in reclaiming territory and pushing back against Russian aggression. It's also been a major morale boost for Ukrainian forces, showing that they can take on and defeat Russian forces in a straight-up fight. The international community has taken notice of Ukraine's success, with many Western leaders praising Ukraine's bravery and resilience in the face of Russian aggression. The current state of the conflict is a complex and fluid one, with both sides dug in and prepared for a long and brutal fight. Despite the challenges it faces, Ukraine remains resolute in its determination to push back against Russian aggression and reclaim its sovereign territory. The international community continues to play a key role, with diplomatic efforts underway to try and find a peaceful resolution to the conflict. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is clear: Ukraine will not go quietly into the night, and its people will continue to fight for their freedom and their future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to learn more about the Ukraine-Russia conflict, be sure to check out our other video on the topic.